Are these dirty sneakers worth almost a $600 price tag? Let's go ahead and find out. Hello everyone, my name is Madison Taylor, and in this video today we're going to be discussing the Golden Goose High Star sneakers. Now, my pair of Golden Goose I've had for about a year now, and I've worn them to different events, different functions, walking around on the weekend, and I have to say I've definitely seen them become more popular over the last year and a half than I ever had before. I live in Miami, so luxury tennis shoes are no stranger to the everyday wardrobe, whether you're just going out, having dinner, etc. Luxury tennis shoes are everywhere. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. So for myself as a brand, I probably first started noticing Golden Goose come up when I saw them at Nordstrom's in their luxury department store. I saw the signature golden sequin star. And again, living in Miami, luxury tennis shoes are kind of just part of the culture down here. People sport luxury tennis shoes, both men and women, just everyday casual walking around, all the way to nice, fancy dinners. So it's definitely no stranger to the culture here in Miami. And what intrigued me the most, I would probably say, is that distinctive star pattern they had. And the logo. It definitely was something that I haven't seen before, especially in the t-shirt or the tennis shoe market, where you had a sea of kind of just plain white tennis shoes. These were kind of the maximalist tennis shoes, if you would, with the sequins, the logo, the suede, different patterns, different textures. They are definitely not a minimalist style. They are someone who prefers that maximalist look to them. So the pair I bought in here, I actually got as a gift for Christmas about a year and a half ago. So these shoes over here are the High Star sneakers. So these are just the original dust bag that I have. I since got rid of the box, as I don't keep the shoe boxes because I built out a closet for them. But the ones that I actually went ahead and bought are the black, the High Star platform shoe. So over here they have the black sequins in the back over here with Golden Goose, the logo on the side of the shoe over here that says made in Venice, and the suede details on the front and the toe of the shoe as well. So these shoes are the ones that I wanted. I knew I wanted something more neutral, not like a pink or a blue, something that was just a neutral that I could wear with a bunch of different outfits. For overall first impressions of the shoe, again, these shoes I've had for about a year and a half, so there are going to be a little bit of damage to the shoe just from normal wear and tear. But overall, I would say I don't wear these shoes every single weekend, so there's not going to be a significant amount of damage on the shoe. When looking at the shoe itself, one thing that I liked honestly the most, they had the low top sneakers in these, which are the High Star, the platform ones. I immediately gravitated more towards the platform than the ones that did not have it on there. And that's just my personal preference. One thing I liked about these was the detail on the side of it. So you have Golden Goose on here. You have deluxe brand, and then it said made in Venice all around the rim of the shoe. And that's a detail that I just more gravitated towards versus the other versions of the sneaker. If we go ahead and look at the closer details of the shoe, the most noticeable is going to be when you buy these shoes, they're going to appear immediately like they've been worn before. You're going to see different scratches, as you can see on the shoe. All around the rim over here, it looks like it's been worn. It's been a dirty shoe that you've kind of just thrown on, worn, and that's how these shoes come. So if you do not like that look, please don't buy these shoes, because they're not going to be your solid white tennis shoes that are going to appear like they're crisp and clean every single time. That's not just the look of the brand. The other details on here, one thing that's noticeable is just the golden emblem over here, which you have the distinguished Golden Goose star. In what this is just a black sequence, which looks like it's sewn on with an adhesive. The one thing I have to say is these shoes definitely are a high quality shoe and should be for the price tag. So it does have suede on the side over here, on the tongue of the shoe, and on the inside of the shoe itself does have this cushioned material on it as well. So if you're looking just at the leather quality and the details of the shoe, it definitely has those distinctive marks on it that would annotate a higher price point tennis shoe versus a $100 tennis shoe, for instance. All of the Golden Goose tennis shoes, they're all made in Italy, in Venice, Italy specifically. And I would probably recommend these shoes just for leisure. I would not recommend these shoes if you're going to be running. They even said on the shoe, and the tongue over here says, for dream use only, not designed for outdoor activities, and that is definitely 100% true. Unfortunately, some people do use those luxury sneakers for running, which is very strange to me, but these are just more of a leisure everyday shoe, as granted on the quality and the price point of the shoe itself. Do not wear these running or physical activities, as you will completely ruin the shoe itself. Let's go ahead and talk about price point for a second. This is actually the original receipt that I just kept. If I ever want to sell the shoes, I always keep the original receipt that shows proof of payment and where I bought it from. So these shoes, again, I got given to me by my parents as a gift about a year and a half ago for Christmas, and they sent me the original receipt just in case I ever needed to return them. So I had been looking for this specific color and this pattern for quite a while in the black, and I have to say they were extremely hard to find. I looked everywhere. I looked here in the US, I looked in Europe, and the only place that had them was a British brand called Mode Operandi. If I'm saying that wrong, but this is the original company on here, and they're just an online retailer based in the UK. So the original price point for these shoes was $560, and then of course you have to add taxes and everything on there, and there it looks to be like there's a promo code. So at the end of the day, the final total was $525.37 with a gift card for Christmas applied for $84 for these brands. So again, it's not a cheap tennis shoe. I have seen these shoes retail anywhere from, I would say, $400 to $600, just depending on the shoe itself, with probably the most average price point being around that $500 to $550. So these are by no means a cheap tennis shoe. They are a luxury price point comparable to like a Dior, for example, or any other kind of higher end tennis shoe. Various kind of adventure shopping around, I will say I have seen a couple pairs of Golden Goose on sale before at like a Neiman's outlet or Saks outlet. Usually I always kind of look at the price point to see how much they're selling for. It's around that $260 mark discounted, and I know you could probably go online and find some sale pieces or some other items, but I know from just again what I've seen on there, the platform shoes, if you want these specifically, I've actually never seen these go on sale. Typically they're like a one-off, the low tops or the high tops that maybe are less desirable, but as a brand itself, these platform ones, I have to say I've never seen them go on sale. And I could again be wrong, since the last time I've shopped for them, maybe they have some on the platforms that have gone on sale before on the website. It's just that I have personally never seen them. But if you are going to buy them on sale, expect to pay low end around $250 for these shoes. Let's go ahead and talk about sizing for a second. So these shoes, if you go ahead and look around the shoe, there's actually no marker of what the size is. I believe it's just on the box over here. So from the original receipt, these shoes are an Italian at 38. Now, myself, I wear a US 9, depending on the shoe, a 9.5, 10. So I have larger feet, if you would. So when I look at shoes, I typically, European size, I'm anywhere from a 39.5 to a size 40, just depending on the brand itself. So because I didn't know my size, I actually went and tried a pair on in Nordstrom's and found that the 40s, which I typically would wear in US sizes, were way too big. I actually ended up buying a 38 Italian size, which was very strange for me, as I've never fit in a size 38. So in terms of sizing, these definitely tend to run big. So my recommendation, if you are going to buy these pair of shoes secondhand or online, please go in the store and try it on, as the shoe size tends to not be accurate. And I believe, and I don't know for certain, I want to say they only come in full sizes. So there's no 38.5 or 40.5. It's only 38, 39, and 40. But again, I could be wrong on the sizing. This is just what I remember from trying them on. But again, definitely go in and try them on, as I size basically 2 size down from my normal 40 to a size 38 in these shoes. In terms of overall comfortability, I would say they're pretty average for a sneaker. I actually wore these, the first time I wore these shoes, they did hurt my feet a little bit on the back of the shoe just because I was walking around so much. But the more I wore them, the more comfortable they became, and I can pretty much wear these shoes all day. So I would say they're not going to hurt your feet, but just know when you first break them in that they're probably going to be a little uncomfortable, and to wear thicker shoes and to break them in before you decide to walk around a city or bring them on a trip, and this is your only pair of shoes that you're going to bring. But now that I have broken them in over the course of a couple months, they're definitely very comfortable, and I would be perfectly fine with bringing these on a trip and walking around with them all day long. So comfortability, I would say 8 out of 10. In terms of a star ranking, I mean, they're nothing crazy. They're not super comfortable. They have a platform over here, so it is going to give you that extra height, but it is, pretty solid shoe. So it's not going to be like an cushion shoe or anything like anything special in the shoe padding itself. You are more than welcome to put a padding on here, but just know it's just average comfortability for a luxury tennis shoe. On the inside over here, there's nothing special distinguishing the shoe and having that extra level of comfort on the inside. for final thoughts, would I recommend this brand specifically and these sneakers? So my answer is yes. I do not regret getting these shoes. I wear them, you know, pretty good amount of times over here. The price point is a little steep for a pair of tennis shoes. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, $560. At the end of the day, they are just a pair of tennis shoes. You are definitely paying for the branding and the overall look of these in terms of, you know, the hype, if you would, around luxury tennis shoes and that image when you wear them. So just know that it's not gonna bring you anything special, if you would. At the end of the day, it is just a pair of tennis shoes. Now, if I had to go again and repurchase them, now that I have a color option, I would probably just opt for an all white version because they are more versatile. But I would just, again, personally stick for the platform ones versus the lower ones. And again, it comes down to personal preference. What would you decide to do? But I would try to look online to see if you could find a promo code for these to bring down the price point, if there's any sales, any special, you know, events going on. I will say if you go in the store, you're probably going to pay the full retail price, but I have seen some online retailers that will give you a discount code, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But again, overall, I would recommend them. I don't regret my decision by any means. I would probably opt to buy another pair just based on my past experience and the overall look of it. It's not for everyone by any means, especially if you don't like that dirty look of the sneakers. But if you are into the brand and into the look, would definitely recommend these. Thanks again for watching this video. My name is Madison Taylor, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be making this into a weekly series where we discuss different luxury products, different contemporary, just giving overall product reviews. I would love to hear your thoughts below, so please leave a comment on your favorite pair of Golden Goose tennis shoes, if you have bought them, if you decide to keep them, if what you like about them, what you dislike. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys again. We'll see you guys in the next video.